Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we are going to take a look at whether I can win a match in ranked play on DBZ Legends, or on DB Legends I should say, with a free-to-play team. So basically I've used all event exclusive team members here. I've used the three new Let's Go Universe 7 guys. So that is the green Tien, the purple Goku, and the yellow Krillin. And we're going to try them out in a team. And yeah, just see if we can like win a match, basically, with them in, Legends. I'm not the best Legends PvP player, but I thought it would be interesting to see just how well they are, or how good they are in Legends, and kind of just, get a good look at what the free-to-play units are like, or the event exclusive units are like, as they're called in Legends. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think for the most part I'm not going to do a good representation of like how well these units can be, but I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think the best one overall out of all three is Krillin. Krillin looks pretty good. He, his main ability decreases arts card draw speed, which is pretty good. So he like reduces the speed at which the enemy draws cards, which is pretty helpful nowadays with so many units that basically can just increase their draw card speed to like crazy levels. Tien also does some decent damage, as we're seeing here. His ultimate ability is very good actually, like in combination with his special skill. Like we use his solar flare into his ultimate ability, and then like all of a sudden, everything is like more than good to go. So, and he can do some crazy damage. So that is really, really good and pretty awesome from the perspective of Tien. That was a bit of a mistake by me to not wait out the vanish, but I mean, it's okay. Like, it's not the absolute end of the world. Just need to basically be a bit better. Like I say, I'm not the greatest like player when it comes to PvP. Like, I can make a lot of silly mistakes. So you can just give me that. You can just give me that kind of like forgiveness, basically. Just forgive me that small thing. But yeah, Krillin, I think Krillin's the best one. I personally like Krillin the most. I think he's the most usable, at least. So yeah, I like him the most. Tien also is pretty good. He can also restore some health. His special move damage is kind of his main thing, which is obviously pretty important. He also restores ki if you like sub him in, which is nice. So yeah, he looks really, really solid. Like, he restores his own ki as well, like when he's on the team using strike or blast arts cards. He also like nullifies like unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts. So that's pretty good. And if you sub him in after someone's been hit, he can do some really big damage, which you'll see. Like, we'll use the tri-beam, and like the tri-beam will just really do some pretty big damage. So that's really, really good. Also, in combination with the solar flare skill, it's like really, really solid, because you always draw a special move arts card and you restore your own ki, so they are stunned. You get a special move and you can just basically fire it, so you can do some pretty nutso damage with that ability, which is pretty good. So yeah, I like Tien, I like Krillin. I don't think I use Goku properly, or I don't think I know how to use Goku properly. Maybe I should be starting battles with him. I don't really know. Like, he does do a lot of damage. He can do a lot of damage. Like, you'll see, like, we'll we'll switch him in and he can do some crazy damage. But like he's pretty solid. He's good as well. It's just about learning how to use these units. But for the most part, like I just think I don't use them properly. Whereas they are really good units. Like, I don't want to say that they're not. I think they're a lot better than I'm going to show them being, basically. Because my ability is not good enough, I think, to show how well these guys actually are. Like, I think I'm going to actually let them down a little bit. So yeah, from my side, I definitely think I just think, for me, I'm definitely probably going to misuse them quite a bit. But yeah, I think like event exclusive units are actually like solid options. Not maybe necessarily to run so many of them. Like, I do think you're limiting yourself. You are missing some crucial, I want to say, kits that you should have. Like, having some kind of cover change is good in any team, because it's one of the few ways to break up combos. And when you run a full event exclusive team, you very rarely have cover change. Like, look there, Tien did great damage, more than fine on the damage front, but we're getting hit with just normal combos. Sometimes we're even just getting hit with normal follow-up combos, and we have nothing to really break it. Like, so when you have nothing to break the combos, it can become very difficult to kind of snap out of it, because like you don't have someone to intercept the actual damage. So you can get comboed and lose a unit very quickly. Whereas for us, like, we can easily be countered by cover because we don't have anyone that nullifies cover or does anything else. They also don't tend to have spectacular skills. Like, we don't have revives, we don't have like auto dodges, we don't have anything like that, which I think is where event exclusive units fall down a little bit. Like, I think running 1 or 2 or running them as boost units or anything like that isn't bad. But I think the issue is ultimately that you just lose too many tools to effectively run them like as a whole team. So I just think I think that's overall I would say that's probably the thing you miss the most, to have like a change up. So like I just think I think for the most part, like, that's kind of the biggest thing you lose. I think if you didn't lose that, or if you got something else, like if they at least got some kind of cover change, then it would be pretty good. For the most part, their skills are like in isolation, they're pretty solid, which is why I like Krillin. I think if I had to use Krillin like as a unit, I would say, hey, like Krillin is probably I would say Krillin is probably the one I'd use the most, because Krillin, he debuffs the enemy, he's relatively tanky, he heals, he does a lot, which I think like isn't that bad to say. Like, I think he does so much in terms of like what he brings to the table from the perspective of like, okay, he can actually provide your team a lot of healing utility and like debuffing utility, whereas Tien has more special attack damage, which is fine, and he's good. Like, you can sub Tien in and do some pretty cray damage, and it'll be really good. Whereas like Krillin will be someone you can use to kind of regroup your team. Goku, I don't know just yet. He does good damage, maybe just good as a purple unit for damage, but it's pretty dope. I like overall I like a pretty strong, I like this team. Well, like, I like these guys. I think they're solid units. I just think if you're running a full event exclusive team, you lose so much. Like, I just think you lose so much, and that's the only shame. But I think beyond that, like, yeah, it should be fine. Like, I personally like them quite a bit, and yeah, just gotta keep trying to get better at the mechanics of the game. I still like these 2 fights so far. The team actually hasn't really done that badly. I just literally haven't done, like, I've let myself down by dropping combos at the wrong points, or just evading or rushing too early, and like, that's the issue. Like, if I was even maybe 10% better, I might have actually won one of these games, and that's the thing. Like, like, that's the thing. So I'm like, basically, if I was slightly better, I'd be able to kind of show these guys off a bit more, which I think is, not, I don't want to say like an issue, because I would say I'm actually an average player. So I would say that's a good thing from my perspective. Like, if I was a god rank OP player skill wise, like, I just never missed a beat. Evaluating the units and that sometimes is a little bit difficult, because you're also inherently better than other players, which is a good thing. It's something that is factored into PvP and should always be. Like, don't get me wrong, if I play someone and they manhandle me skill wise, let alone in team build or units or whatever, but just in skill. Like, if I have the exact same team or even a better team and they just hand me, then that's cool. Like, that's more than fine by me. Like, I have no issues with that. See, like, here's Tien just absolutely ripping someone, by the way, with that kind of flash combo. See, again, me going too early. It's, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can see these units can do damage. Like, look, we just eliminated a guy. We've got Gogeta at like a 3rd health. Like, we're not completely out of it. But, like, me dropping combos. Okay, a little bit of lag there, but just, yeah, like, essentially, me being 10% better, I would have won one of these fights. Like, I would have actually won one of these fights. Would have done a decent job, and could have actually got, like, into a decent place. Like, again, me dropping a vanish, just simple stuff. And yeah, like, for the most part, honestly, I like these guys. I wouldn't suggest using a whole team of them. Maybe if you're a brand new player to PvP and you're like climbing the very low ranks or something, but if you like wanting to use them to augment your Universal Survival Saga team, so if you're like trying to run a USS team with the new UI Goku or something like that, yeah, I think that would be pretty awesome. And I think that's definitely something that would be pretty good. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. You can see I've got 3 losses in a row, but I think all 3 games were pretty solid. I wouldn't say we got stomped in any of them, so I'm gonna say honestly that they're pretty good. I think they're really good units. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, or a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye.